What's up with all my beautiful people out there? It's NiaPhantom back with another reaction. Hey.
Hello. Hello. I like to push the pedal. That bitch I wanna settle, but I want the rise forever. I was just stuck in the middle. Now I can do whatever.
Y'all, today we reacting to women confessing their biggest secrets. We getting deep today. We going crazy today. I reacted to a previous Jubilee video. I probably get like 2 minutes in, 3 minutes in. It was too heavy for me. It was giving me a goddamn headache. So we doing something else. We doing something new. No long talking. If it's your birthday today, I love you. I hope your day is going amazingly. Happy birthday to you. Let's get into this video. Let's see what we working with. Y'all pray for me. Fingers crossed and see nothing too. Wait, I want it to be crazy. Anyway, I want it to be crazy. 3, 2, 1, play.
I feel guilty all the time. I feel guilty, and I'm like,
I feel bad for.
He should be with someone else. It's just
Come
not
on. I scared. What the hell? Oh, sorry y'all. Have you carried a secret? Hold on. Let's pause, because this group of women was all asked, have you carried a secret about yourself that you dreaded other people finding out? Okay. These are their answers. I feel like I'm watching someone snap. Like,
I'm sleeping with my best friend's ex.
If this is your secret and you'd like to claim it, you can step forward on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I mean, a lot of people doing that in
I
our
think it's
day
pretty
and age.
self-explanatory. I don't really have anything else to share to it.
Why do you want to share?
Ain't nobody is.
Because I want to tell her and I just don't know how, so I figure might as well get in a video and show her.
I understand why it's like a secret that you kept, but in our day and age, it's so frequent. I don't want to say you shouldn't feel bad about it, but it's like in our day and age, it's so frequent to the point where it's like, yeah, girl, I'm sorry. This what happened, and this when it happened, who it happened with at this point. But I understand some people ain't that strong. They ain't that strong-minded to be able to just, yeah, girl, this what I did. I apologize. And half of the time, it don't go that smooth in any event. But like,
Sorry, Haley.
So my last ex-boyfriend left me for another girl in my friend group. And then my current boyfriend right now was one of his friends. Talking things out, like, is the best form of anything.
it is.
I helped a loved one with a credit card fraud.
So, I was on Tinder one day, and I was just scrolling
Story
through, and
time.
I see this guy. We started talking, and he was just kind of joking around. I was like, what do you do for a living? He was like, I rob banks. I was like, cool. Do you need, like, an assistant? And he was like, yeah. And I met up with him, and he was for real. He was like, hey, help me, and we'll make, like, $5K a day, blah, blah, blah. I was, like, sick with it. I'm trying to quit my job. I hate it there. Turns out, he was a meth smoker, and I was like, cool, you know, do your thing, whatever. And I ended up getting secondhand high off of it, and I didn't realize that that's what was going on. I was just like, oh, this guy's cool, you know, he's a rapper and he got a Tesla. Oddly enough, the way that I got out of it was he ghosted me, and his name is Donovan. If you ever see him, tell him I said I better not catch him in the street. Girl, you go. To avoid any girls going through what
She
I
looked
went
like she
through, I
was
stupid
so
enough to do
skeptical
it, you
about
know?
like telling the secret or
It's
owning
a
up to it.
shame. No one should go through
Nah,
that.
she carrying on bad with it. Ain't nobody relate to that.
I don't feel like I'm going to go to heaven when I die.
Ooh. Y'all, it feel like fire on my lip. Hold on.
Oh, that's I'm sorry.
And they
I'm
laughing,
just
bro.
nervous. Oh, no,
I'd be
I
so
thought it
hurt.
was the
Like,
same
damn.
time.
You laughing
I
at my
was in a
struggle?
church for like 4 years, and I don't know.
Oh,
I felt like
Lord.
I was there, and I found a family, but it just felt like I was there for people. When I decided to leave, that was like the first thing that reminded me was that once I left the church, I left God, and when I leave God, that means I'm going to hell. And
That ain't
part of me kind
necessarily
of believes
true.
them. Like, I don't deserve a spot in heaven because I don't do anything to build my place there, if that makes sense. Sorry.
You don't really have to go to a church to build your relationship with God.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, girl.
I'm sorry.
No, nothing to be sorry for. We're here with you.
That's down there the whole room.
What helped me was thinking and knowing that there is something out there. There is a God, there is a heaven, or whatever you want to believe in, but nobody can tell you what it is. But, you know, you're not alone.
Thank you.
You know?
I'm in love with my best friend, but I don't want to risk losing our friendship.
Ooh. Blue, homegirl in the blue
Y'all
look a
are
little
decided
nervous.
not to claim the secret, but if you would like them to know that they're not alone, you may step forward on 3, okay? 1.
She look like she's
2,
shaking. She trembling in her
3.
boots.
This happened, I had met my friend in 7th grade, and I fell in love with him, and since I was a girl, and she was a girl, I didn't let her know, only to then get outed. My mom found out. My family found out. I remember walking past her and just not talking to her. I forgave her over time.
Oh, she tell
but
them.
The funny thing is
Whew.
that she did end up dating another girl in college. So, so that's friendships for me. Yeah.
She just didn't like you.
I've been married for 6 years, and I'm still
Or
a
she didn't
virgin.
like you in that sense. Hold on. They've been married for 6, what
I've
they
been
say?
married for 6 years, and I'm still a virgin.
If I may, what are we waiting on? What's the holdup? Oh, that's the lady who's falling eyes. So
It's really
okay,
embarrassing.
let's see what's up. Let's see what's up.
I've been married
Let's
to
get
my
it.
husband for 6 years, and we, well, I have never had sex. I have a very skewed, a very skewed view on sex. A lot of sexual abuse.
Oh, okay. I feel like I get cut, but I don't see anything.
I never had a healthy view of sex. I never got the chance. And then, you know, through a little bit of therapy, because I am Christian, this whole time,
I
there's
feel
this
bad
big
for her.
view of, like, this big lie of, like, you need to save yourself for marriage, you know? And then on your wedding night, like, that's it. And then I got married. And on my wedding
Nothing
night, like,
changed.
that didn't happen. And I was, like, so ashamed. And my, like, my family, God bless them, but they, you know, made comments of, like, you know, because I want my kid's name to be Gracie. Like, when are we gonna see little Gracie around? Like, and so I have a lot of pressure. And my husband, most amazing dude in the world.
I mean, I know she going through a battle. Hold on, let's tone this down. I know she going through a serious internal battle because it's like she say, she have a skewed view of sex and everything that comes with it. But at the same time, and like with that, she's struggling with actually having sexual intercourse. And with that, she still wants to have a child. So it's like she bottling herself, and her having the skewed view of sex on the whole is heavy, but also having to battle with yourself because you want kids as well. It's like 2 times is crazy. It's a lot. She looked like she going through a lot. I'm sorry, I don't want it to come off wrong, but yeah, I just know she already have the name and all this, like she wants it, but she can't have it because of her own like experiences and trauma. Brittany, I'm sorry.
He's been so patient. And I feel guilty.
Thank God she was blessed with somebody
guilty. And I'm like, man,
who is patient.
He should be with someone else. Because I can't give him that. I hope I get there. Because I want to have kids. So bad. Because it's like, how come everybody else gets to do this, but I can't?
I can't witness stuff like this. I would lose it.
It's just not fair.
I would lose it. I struggle in sitting right here, and I across the country at this point, across the globe, feeling her pain. Like,
yeah, come here.
This giving me chills. This giving me chills, y'all. Hold on.
Sorry.
I wasn't gonna even stand up because I relate to what she's saying.
You're
I
feeling,
just want to get up
honestly.
because I want to give her a
Love,
hug.
sex
Like,
is not love. Love
everybody
is
was
something
sitting down in the
completely
back.
different. If you didn't prove that today, I don't know what will. So, I've been married for the past 6 years, and nobody in my family knows.
Y'all could have given her
I've
a
never
hug
had
and go
sex
back
with
to
my
y'all seat.
partner. I don't want to cry. Our marriage is based out of friendship, and it's solely that. It means the world to you, right? My parents are gonna kill me. I decided to keep it a secret because it's easier to live without people telling you what's right and what's wrong.
Yes.
Sex, you can have it with anybody, but love, you only find one. And if people understood that connections come with mind, come with feelings, sex wouldn't be viewed as such a necessary thing to make a connection with someone. And if you never conceive it, believe best now he loves you more than what sex would have brought him.
I get where she coming from for sure. That's facts. But and I only say but on the basis that she wants to have her own children, so it ain't just like something that's on the guy or him viewing sex a certain way or him having to have it in order to feel a connection with her. We ain't talking about that, or at least that ain't what I'm talking about right now. She wants children herself. It ain't just a matter of what he wants and what he feels. So I understand what the lady was trying to explain to her, but I guess her saying that was to make the lady feel better, which I understand because she having doubts about herself. She saying she feel like he should just leave and find somebody better. So what the lady said, I don't know her name. I'm sorry. It probably did make her feel a bit better. I don't know, but oh, y'all.
I would say you guys changed my life.
We love you.
And she seems so sweet.
I once stayed in a relationship because my partner said that I was the reason she wasn't going to kill herself.
That give me chills. I don't know. Look like that take a lot for her to just get up.
When I was 14 and just starting high school, I was doing a lot of theater I had a little sparkling of a showmance. She disclosed that I was the only person keeping her from killing herself. And as a 14-year-old, like, you know, you don't know really what to do in that situation when you're handling things so heavy that you've just never
14
dealt
is crazy.
with before. And I completely destroyed my relationship with my family. Like, I just risked it all for this person. I felt the obligation to protect them and to care for them and to be their, you know, safety vest. Yeah.
They were my first boyfriend. I was 14, they were 17. And it was really hard because I felt that I was tied to them, you know? And being 14, I just thought, like, well, I have to stay with this
14
person.
as well?
I kind of did the same thing, but I felt like I did it more out of pity. There was a saying that kind of like stuck with me for a long time, and it was the whole, you can lead a camel to water, but you can't force it to drink. You can only help someone so much.
I thought it was horse, but...
and then you have to walk away. You can't die because someone else is dying in front of you, you know?
Right.
So... in middle school,
I mean, y'all, I shocked by, well, I wouldn't say I shocked, but it seems like that 14 years old was a common factor in that conversation or being around that age group. And I would say that I'm shocked if I didn't realize that that's when most humans go through depression and puberty and changes and different aspects of life, breaking up with their friends, their relationships going haywire. I believe that like 14 or 13 to 16 is like when your life just goes downhill. Like I say, puberty and everything striking at the same time. So I was shocked at first, but then it hit me that that's when these things usually happen. And depression hard for adults. Imagine 14-year-olds. So the suicidal thoughts, I guess, they had stronger urges because it's heavy. Like you don't know how to handle that at 14. What the hell?
Being sexually assaulted, and rumors spread saying that I wanted it.
Ooh.
When I was a little girl, I became... Ooh, this is harder than I thought.
I feel like I wish I was there actually.
I became entangled.
So I could just cheer them on, bro.
That very shortly became...
What's her name? Hold on.
I became
I'm
little
sorry.
girl. I became... Ooh,
Okay, Sydney.
this is harder than I thought. Ooh.
You
I
good,
became
Sydney?
Entangled in a friendship that very shortly became very unhealthy quite fast. The whole relationship just ruined how I saw my body and just my interactions with people in general. When I got to middle school, I had a crush on this guy who was so cute. When you see somebody, you can see that they've shared a similar experience. I saw that in this boy, and he was like the first person who I like kind of confided in to tell. I was like, oh my God, finally somebody who has this understanding. I feel like a breath of fresh air, like I can do this. And the next day, the whole school knew about what had happened to me.
He didn't waste no time.
And I was bullied really, really bad because the sexual assault happened by a woman, which was seen so differently of like she wanted it to happen because it wasn't a man, and my life just became ruined after that experience. And it was like, that was like the dark doom that like started my life kind of falling apart. But that whole
That's what I just was talking about.
experience really traumatized
Around
me
that age, so
and
much is going on.
affects me to this day, and it's something
that I continue kind of to go through.
Sydney, if you ever see this, you're so strong for powering through that in middle school.
Personally, I was
I
physically
applaud
abused
you.
by women.
I'm proud.
So I understand where you're coming from. I'm so sorry that, you know, it became like this big old thing in your life where it's like you felt like you couldn't escape it.
Thank you.
When I was 20,
about this whole like sexual abuse, sexual assault, and like I just briefly had a conversation about it in my reaction, the reaction to my 21st Century Blues. If you want to go watch it and just hear what I was saying in that certain part, it was around Ice Cream Man. I have my timestamps there so you could just click it if you don't want to watch the whole video. But yeah, I was getting into it, and it's just so crazy that y'all anyway, because in that video I say like it's disturbing to even speak about. Just watch the video. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When I was 20, I got an abortion without telling my parents.
Got an abortion without telling my parents.
Yeah, so I'm 22 now. I had an abortion with my ex-boyfriend at the time. So I'm no longer with that partner, and I'm not gonna lie, he did say that afterwards, after he got me pregnant, he mostly saw me as a friend than a girlfriend, which is like such a dog thing to say. I don't know. Like, if you're watching this, oh, sorry, I might want to cut that. I'm thankful to be living in California and to have access to those services despite having gone through the experiences of being heckled outside the Planned Parenthood. And the day after my abortion, I ended up going to the ER. I had to do an ultrasound that was an internal ultrasound, and my technician told me that it would have been easier to keep the baby than to have gone through with all that I was going through, which was really not what I needed to hear in that moment. Regardless, I was able to get through it, and I was able to patch up my relationship with my family, and more than anything else, they were sad that they couldn't have been there for me going through it all. I'm saying this now because I hope I can help someone else feel a little less alone.
That's tough as a parent.
And that this is okay to go through. There's no shame in it.
Your child going through the most and you don't even know. I'm so proud of them. Honestly, before the video ends, I'm so proud. Everybody who stand up and say like, yeah, that's what happened and this is why and I'm okay now, or even if they still battling with it, I'm proud. So proud of y'all. Y'all are so strong. I see strength in each of you. And, I'm praying that y'all are better mentally. Like I say, for the said who still battling it, I hope you're on that path to being better. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say. Like, this is crazy. After everyone had left, one woman came back to share her.
My secret was I was molested by a close family member, and I cannot forgive him. My dad was very abusive to my mom and to us, and it was the night before New Year's, and he had just gotten out of jail. It just didn't help the fact that we shared a room. So when he did what he did, it shattered my life entirely. It made me run away from my home several times because I was fearing every time he got out, released from jail, that he would do the same thing over and over again. And I feel so alone because I have half of my family blaming me for not saying anything. And I have another part of my family who are clueless and love him or just protect them. And it hurts me to this day knowing that I can't step into that house without being scared. I felt like I had to share this because if I didn't share it here, I would have never spoken up about it. I don't have the guts to talk to them in person because I don't want anything to happen to them while I'm there. And I know that's selfish. But I feel like I at least deserve that peace and that tranquility in my life, even if it's alone. Thank you.
I hope even if she doesn't feel like she can, hold on y'all, we can talk about it in a second. Let me cut the recording. I feel like she doesn't have to forgive him. I'm a Christian, I'm a Catholic, I'm big on forgiveness. Obviously it comes with the territory, but y'all, honestly and truly, I don't feel like she has to forgive him. Like what? In any event, the only thing I would say, I hope that she forgives herself for doing what she did to herself, because she say like a lot of our family is bad at her and stuff like that for not speaking up and not saying anything about it, so something could be done about it. And I know sometimes that alone can take a toll on one's mental health, just knowing that you could have said something but you didn't. You could have helped yourself by speaking up and getting that person put away, or you could have brought justice for yourself by speaking up per se, and you didn't. A lot of people, because men and women go through it, a lot of people beat themselves to a pulp for, like I said, not speaking up. So if it's one thing I pray, is that she at least forgives herself, because you can see that it's still eating her alive. And for the half of the family who don't know about it, who is still praising him and showing him love and protecting him, when they do know, is what they do about it then. When they do find out, what they do about it then is what's gonna, you know, just show us the kind of people that they are. Like I say, I feel for each and every one of them. I'm a very empathetic person and sympathetic person, and y'all, stuff like this is be a lot for me. I already mentioned that I ain't no crier really, but I still, like, it hurts. I still feel it. If any of you experienced anything that they mentioned in this video as well, including the people in the video, if you ever see this, again, I think y'all are so strong. I love you. I love everybody tuning in, but especially those people that I mentioned. I love you. Once again, you're strong. You're beautiful. Don't let nobody have you swaying like, oh, I might not be this cute. I might not be as cute as I think I am. No. You're beautiful. That's why I call all of you my beautiful people when I open my videos. It isn't just a saying, or it isn't just a flow. It isn't just a quirky intro. Now my phone got the video. Anyway, I guess that's my cue. I love you guys though. I love y'all so much. I hope your day is going good. Especially for the people whose birthday is today, like I said. And I'll see y'all in my next video. All of my beautiful people out there, I'll see y'all in my next video. Toodles.